welcome to another video. And as usual, before I get started, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe if you're new to this content. And to my current subscribers, I appreciate you guys more, so hey, let's just get right to it. So at the time of making this video, the Safemoon price is 30178. Bitcoin is now down to 28,000. Is Bitcoin going to fall any further? That's yet to be seen. But what I want to talk about today is, it's a little bit of a continuation on the last video that I talked about in reference to Safemoon contract being renounced. I got a lot of DMs reference to that. I'm going to also talk about FTX, and we're going to talk about the SEC as well at the very end. So I got a lot of DMs in reference to the contract being renounced, and I don't think a lot of people understand what the last video is in reference to. And what I'm just going to say is that as a company continues to evolve, there's no need to go ahead and renounce your contract if you're not done with the evolution. Now, for those persons that are living in the past in reference to the version 1 contract, and those people that are still stuck on the conspiracy in reference to Safemoon and all the things that they have actually came up with and believe those different things, they're going to still say Safemoon need to go ahead and renounce the contract. Guys, that's really archaic to go ahead and renounce your contract. It's also archaic to lock your liquidity, because the sense of locking your liquidity is like still using a penny, adding up 100 pennies to get to $1. It's really archaic where you can just get a paper dollar and go ahead and buy the same product rather than 100 pennies. Technology is something that's advancing, and if you're going to stay with archaic type of principles of locking the contract, you need that money to build the company. If you lock the liquidity, let's just be real, if you lock the liquidity, where is the money going to come from to go ahead and hire a team to go ahead and develop the blockchain, to continue the evolution of the Safemoon wallet, to go ahead and pay vendors to go ahead and help you build and incorporate the Safemoon card, as well as software developers to go ahead and develop the centralized exchange? Where do you think the money is going to come from? And this is what I'm trying to say. When Safemoon had the 10% on buys and sells, they needed that money. And if that money was also going into another pot, do you really think that was actually going to be enough money? I work for companies that have access to their liquidity whenever building projects, all right? There's called CapEx and there's called operating expenses, all right? And you need those capital expenses and operating expenses to go ahead and put forth money towards projects, to go ahead and pay consultants. So that's in the same reference as having access to the liquidity. And that in turn go ahead and build projects to increase a company network. A company, and let's say for example that's on the stock exchange, they are valued based on the things that they've turned out and their network, and what in turn go ahead and increase the stock price. If a company is not really innovating, and I'm talking in reference to the New York Stock Exchange, if they're not innovating and they're not coming up with new projects, or they're just not evolving, their stock price is going to go down. So they need to take money from the reserves to go ahead and add or modify or improve on things that are existing. And that is very similar to as it is with the liquidity. You do not want to stay on an archaic type of principles. And yes, some companies do that to entice or encourage their community to go ahead and buy in. But those same companies end up failing and dying out and fading out in 5 to 6 years because they lock their liquidity for a given period of time just to prove to the community that we're not going to touch the money. If you do not trust a company, then you should not invest in that company. If you're only going to invest in a company because their liquidity is locked, again, it's an archaic type principle. Banks do not lock away their liquidity. They will put it in some high-risk funds, but they will always have access to their funds. So guys, need you guys to really start to think, and those of you that are DMing me, stop thinking on the more type of principles of the past, like how people invested in gold versus digital currency. A lot of those people are now coming to realizations that they now need to go ahead and think a different type of path, because it's the new and innovative way. So only going to address that this last time, and one more time, renouncing the contract is not needed at this given time. It's most likely not needed because if you are evolving you need to make changes to the code, and you don't need to lock it up. You need to lock the money away. Do you need to lock your money away so you don't have access to buy food or pay your bills and all that? Just doesn't make sense. So just want to address it for a minute. So another thing is that I did see a comment in reference to what was mentioned in Discord in reference to what the blockchain is gonna be called. Hey guys, I told you guys, I may not be right. It was just a speculation. We do not know what the blockchain is gonna be called. I'm just speculating like everybody else. I'm just your average Safemoon holder that's enthusiastic. It's in my DNA. I think with Safemoon every day over every other token, even though I have Bitcoin and all that, because I believe in the project. And if I'm believing in the project, I'm not saying that you guys may, but I like it. I like where Safemoon is going because I work in a very similar industry, and it's exciting for me to go ahead and do that. The same as with BBTF. I've been keeping really quiet about BBTF, but I was always excited from day one when BBTF actually was launched. So if I'm excited, I'm not saying that you guys might be excited, but what I do, investing something, I'm really, really passionate about it. And even if I do move away from that project, I always keep a close eye on that project. And you guys should do the same too, because, you know, everybody wants to make money. And if you're not excited about making money, I can't tell you what you should be excited in, because money is what keeps our lifestyle the way it is, and it can actually improve on it. And then we look at the long-term effect of having financial security as well. So hope you guys are enjoying the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this out to a lot of people, guys. I'm trying to build this channel. If you guys are not really aware, because we do know what the crypto community or digital currency is doing for the future of the economy as a whole, not just Safemoon. In some point in time, in about 18 to 20 or even 30 years from now, crypto is going to have an even more higher platform, just as what Bitcoin is doing today. Now, let's talk about what's going on with FTX. There's some news that's coming out, and most of you guys may already be aware, and some of you that are not aware, I'm just going to go ahead and mention it. We do know that they're going to be coming out of bankruptcy, and they're going to try to go ahead and resurrect FTX. FTX is an offshore company that was actually licensed in the Caribbean, in the Bahamas. And the question is, and I need to know if you guys going to, just let me know your thoughts on this. Are you guys going to go ahead and invest in FTX, the token, as it go ahead and do this rebirth? They still have to pay people out that actually lost funds on FTX through a bankruptcy. They're going to most likely use the funds that people are going to be buying on that platform to go ahead and repay a lot of those persons that actually lost funds. Now, when working with the court systems, those persons that lost money, unfortunately, they don't get the full amount, but they do get, in fact, a percentage of the money that they lost, which is still a good thing. It's better than nothing. But the resurrection of the FTX exchange, just want to know, is it still going to be as popular as it was in the past? Is the price of the FTX token gonna run up? Are you guys going to get into it? I'll be really honest with you guys. I'm most likely going to take a shot at putting a few dollars on the FTX token for the mere fact that if it's still going to be existing in the Bahamas, I'm going to go ahead and support it, even though they may not have an office in the Bahamas, but I will go ahead and put a stake in there just to see if I could make a few dollars as well. That is just my opinion. I'm not telling you guys to do it, none of this is financial, but I'm that type of person. I like to leverage and hedge and spread my money out as much as possible to give myself a chance to get a nicer return on the investment. So I look forward to seeing that happen because my main goal here is to wait to see what Safemoon is going to do with the centralized exchange. I'm sure you guys are doing the same thing as well. Now, we will listen to many different YouTubers. Like myself, I'll listen to many YouTubers and I'll just see what are they talking about and see how passionate they are. If I do watch a YouTube video, and I'm an investor, I'm a consumer like everybody else, and if they are not enthusiastic about a product, I'm not going to invest into it. I need to know that if you're passionate about a particular project, you need to convince me. And I hope I'm getting through to a lot of you people that are watching the video, and the reason why you should invest in Safemoon. You will make a return on your money if you put your funds in. And I'll tell you the reason why you're going to make a return on your money. The price is so low right now. It's at the bottom. The only place it can go is up. We're at 10,000% of a penny. Any movement that the Safemoon price does, you will make money. Even if you put in $10, that $10 can turn into $30 or $40. Okay? That is what happened with me with SHIB. When I got into SHIB for the very, very first time, and a family member of mine was actually into SHIB, and I was not really paying attention to crypto, and he made a significant gain on it. Since retired, enjoying his life, made money, over $3 million on chip. I became a crypto investor at that very point, because at that point I realized that crypto is a money-making machine, because it only takes one little bit of news and it'll go ahead and generate. Now, let's talk about what's going on with the SEC in reference to Coinbase. The SEC went ahead and sent some information to Coinbase that they need to stop trading all other tokens, because they're all listed as security, and only trade Bitcoin. Now, the SEC has suffered a major big L. And there's a high chance that they're going to go ahead and lose the Coinbase case as well, because I think the air that was sucked out of the loss that they went ahead and withstand with XRP, I don't think they have that momentum to go ahead and put up the fight again. If they go ahead and lose the Coinbase case, which it looks like they will most likely would, because the case with XRP deflated them, and the legal team, they may have to go ahead and proposition another legal team to go ahead and fight this case, or add even additional attorneys to fight this case, because that was a damaging loss with the XRP Ripple situation. And I know Gary Gensler is still having heart burning situations over that loss. But these are the things that are happening in the crypto space that you guys need to either stay abreast of, but I'll go ahead and bring it to you guys so that you guys know what's going on. Now, is the potential appeal with the Ripple case going to affect the price? It most likely will, because some people will become nervous. So expect that if that does come to fruition, the price would most likely fall. Now, last but not least, let's talk about BBTF. I'm hoping that you guys went ahead and download the BBTF bot. Go ahead, check in the profile. You will see the app to MyDex bot for BBTF. Go ahead and download it. Guys, I'll tell you guys, when I put something on BBTF, I'm in it. I have been in it. Get your position on BBTF, because I do see big things happening. We do know that they cannot tell us everything that's happening, but take it from a conservative standpoint when investing. Do not go all crazy, and no crypto that you go in. If you can put in even $100 onto BBTF, if you can afford it, it would be a very, very good play. We do know where Safemoon is going to be going, without a doubt. The confidence should be there. If you guys are not confident, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you need to go ahead and evaluate to see what Safemoon is going. Go to the website, learn as much what they're doing, see what is in progress with Safemoon. Compare with other tokens that are talking and hyping up their token, and they only have one project they're going to be delivering. Safemoon will be delivering multiple projects. So guys, until I see you guys again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, support the channel. I do have a shop in the channel to go ahead and you can buy products to support the channel. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Until I see you guys again, you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.